Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever tell you about Maxine, you wanna say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote.
Action with him, I protect your some bad character. Then the kind of living can hold chaka. Follow me. I protect your some bad character.
Hello, my loves. Thank you for joining me again today. All right, today we're going to talk about this. Have fun, but. All right, you know how it is. Weekends, holidays, usually we tend to go overboard because we're having a blast. But it could come at the expense of others. This is not a lecture, but this is just an example that I'd like to share. So I decided, you know, I'm just going to chill, have a low-key night, just kind of read, my favorite thing to do. So I checked my phone, it kept beeping, of course. Where are you? Where are you? Are you coming? And I was like, I'm not sure if I want to go out. I think I'm just going to chill. But that's what I was thinking, but I ended up writing, sure, let's do it. So I got dressed and met my friends out and we had a great night. I noticed quite a few moments where I just sat down and observed. It's my favorite thing to do. I love to observe people, especially when I go out. So I'm there and I noticed there was one girl, she was plastered, you know. And she was just going around aimlessly, you know. I don't know if she had anybody with her. I don't think so. I didn't see her with anybody. And even at one point, she kind of walked by me and she literally leaned on me, you know. And I kind of let her be. I'm like, okay. And when she was done, she kept going. But she just got my attention. And I was there for the rest of the evening. And when the night ended, we were walking back to my car. And I noticed on the road, because everybody parked in a parking lot, but the cars that were parked on the street, there was one car that was running, no big deal, somebody's warming their car up, but the lights were on in the car. And so as I walked by, I just looked in the car, and there she was again. The same woman that I'd seen earlier that night that was totally drunk, and I was like, oh, there she is again. But then I'm like, wait a minute, the car's running. And she wasn't moving. Her head was down, so I thought she was on her phone. So I kind of walked closer to her car now because I'm curious, right? I remembered she was drunk, and here she was in the driver's seat. So then I walked by and I looked in, and she was asleep. She was sleeping with her car running, the interior lights on the outside. So I literally reached in, and her windows were down. That was the other thing that was interesting. It wasn't even up. So I was able to reach into the car, and I shook her. I said, you know, hello. And she kind of woke up, and I said, are you okay? And she said, yeah, I'm okay. I was just talking to my son. And I said, well, her phone was in her hand, yes, but there was no active call. I said, you were sleeping. I said, how are you getting home? She says, I'm leaving now. I said, you're not. You're not leaving. You can't drive like this. She says, yes, I'm okay. And my friend that was with me, she says, you know what? No, you can't drive like that. You're drunk. And she said, you know what, I'm going to go get the cops. So I said, okay, I'll wait here with her. And, you know, there are always cops around. So my friend went off, and she managed to find a cop literally just around the corner. So the cop came back. I saw my friend coming back. She said the cop's on the way. So I moved off from the car, you know, because I know the cops are on the way. And by the time I did that, she started the car and started to move. Unbelievable. But thankfully, the cop came around the corner just then, and they were able to block her. And they got her out of the car. She's like staggering. She couldn't even stand up, just like how she was earlier. And you know what I mean? So I was, you know, I kind of felt bad we had to call the cops on her. You know, the cops took her in and all that jazz. But you know what? Her life got saved, and somebody else's life, you know what I mean, was saved from agony and anguish, okay? And probably a loss. So, yeah, like I said, it's not a lecture. I'm glad I went out that night. We need to look out for each other. When you're out with your friends, just remember to look out for each other, okay? Have fun, but I absolutely love you. You can choose my 5-star lifestyle.